Hi, teachers. Good afternoon. Can you guys all hear me? Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Annie. Thank you. All right, very good afternoon, teachers. Let's see if there's more teachers coming in before we get started so that they don't miss out anything. All right, I think we have admitted everybody in already. All right, so a very good afternoon, teachers. My name is Josephine. I'm the country manager here in Singapore. And together with me, I have Tia. She's our customer success manager and also the speaker for today's session. And welcome to our session today of Making Learning Visible, Real-Time Strategies with ClassPoint. And just a heads up that we will be making our webinar regularly. It will be happening like weekly, bi-weekly basis. So if you would like to get a first-hand update on when will be our next session, all right, can keep a lookout in your emails. We usually do send out emails as well. But other than that, you can actually also scan the QR code. But before that, let me just send out this Notion page link. All right, so this is the Notion page link, and also allow me to share my screen. You guys can just click on it. I will show you guys what you will be seeing once you click on the link. Oops, where's my window? All right, here. All right, it's loading. Okay, are you guys seeing my screen now? Yeah, all right, thanks, Tia. All right, so after you open up and click on the Notion link that I've just sent in the chat, this will be what you see. So basically in this Notion page, all right, all our resources for today's session will be here. You'll be able to see our agenda. You'll also be able to find the PPT deck that Tia will be using it later on. All right, we will also be having today's session being recorded, so you can still watch back. You can also share with your colleagues who have missed today's session. And going back onto the Notion page that I was mentioning earlier, all right, you can actually scan these QR codes. And this is actually our closed group, teachers group for our Singapore teachers. This is solely for ClassPoint. All right, so when you scan in this QR code, all right, you will be able to receive our weekly tips and tricks where we will send it in there. And apart from that, we will also be sending in the webinar invitations there as well. So you can just keep a lookout. Let's say sometimes email can be overwhelming for you to keep up, every day. And then you can just scan this QR code, you can get the information here on our WhatsApp group. All right. And then if you do have any questions or like feedbacks or anything else, you can actually also send it into the group chat. We are all in there, so we will be able to assist you as well. Or let's say if you're shy to, send it into the group because there's many teachers in there. All right, you can actually find me in there as well. I'm in the group. So you can also just PM me and get my number from there. Just PM me, and then I'll be able to assist you guys from there. All right, so that's that. Just before we get started, just wanted to check who are the new teachers who are first time joining us, or are all teachers not new? You are all came to our webinar before. You can send one if you are first time joining into the chat. Otherwise, if you are not the first time, you can send in number 2 so that we roughly know who are our new teachers, who are our new teachers here as well. Two. All right, I think there's a few teachers who are not the first timers. Any more teachers? All right. Hi, Pauline. All right. Hi, Yuan Yun. Welcome, our first time teachers. All right, thank you so much. So we know today's session we have a mix of our first timers. All right, we also have our coming back teachers. Thank you for coming back and joining us. All right, so I will now pass the time over to Tia to start our agenda for today. All right, Tia, please.
Thank you, Josephine. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Hello, welcome, and welcome back to school, teachers. Welcome back to our webinar. It's been a month that we we're away, and just like Josephine said, we have this regularly. So hopefully we will be able to see you on our next webinars as well. We also have a mixture of English webinar and also Chinese webinar as well. So make sure you join the group so you won't miss any updates from us. And again, welcome. It's really great to finally meeting you again today. Allow me to share my screen, just making sure I am sharing everything. Okay. Is it visible to the screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So today's topic is actually quite interesting. This is based on a couple of case studies that we receive as well, make student learning visible. We're going to share some tips on how to set a real-time strategies with ClassPoint. This is a group. You can always check it on Notion, and you can scan it there, and would be happy to welcome you there. So today's agenda, teachers, we are going to share about how with ClassPoint and also what are the challenges and needs we need, solutions that we require to be able to have a visible learning in our classroom. So these are the topics that we are going to cover. We are going to take you to a journey with us. We'd love for you to participate. So I would like to invite everyone to join the class. Please, you can use your gadget, any gadgets you have, your mobile or the laptop that you're using at the moment. You can go to classpoint.app, or I can just click this URL link here and share it over the Zoom chat. So you can click, that's a one click away, and it's a pretty code we have here, 28525. I will also try to join my own class, 28525, okay. And feel free to join and use any name or avatar if you want. 285, we have Xin Chan, that is cute. All right. And as usual, teachers, this is a relaxed session. Feel free if you want to bring your drink with you, if you want to bring your fritters, banana fritters with you. So then we can have a chill session. Okay. I will also set my avatar with one of my cat's picture here, enjoying the class. All right. We already have 15 people joining in. Thank you, thank you. And the room is still open for whoever wants to join and participate. Thank you. For those who joined early, I will award stars to everyone. Thank you. One more just joining in. All right. So we're still going to wait. The class code is still open for whoever wants to join. So first things first, I'd like us to maybe reflect in our own classroom. So there are two kinds of invisible learning: invisible to us as teacher and invisible to the student. Invisible to us, we sometimes assume our students understand, or maybe they don't understand, and we don't have any cue sometimes whether to reteach or have a deep learning into some topic that we might assume our students, based on one or two students' answers, whether they already understand, and we can move on, or we can pause and reteach some sessions. And invisible to the student is where whether they understand, or whether they can improve, or whether they know not only the meaning but also how they are able to the metacognition, think what they have already sent to you, right? So these kind of invisible, sometimes it's pretty hard to reveal it in the classroom. And sometimes what we do, this is I'm not sure with everyone, but in some teachers that shared with us how we commonly check the understanding, there are some ways, yes, but some ways are having its own challenges as well. So when we ask them, can you show your hands or raise your hand if you don't understand, if you have any questions, if you do understand. So we have the same students respond every time, right? We know that it's always him, it's always her. What about the rest of 26 people in our classroom? Sometimes it's quite hidden. And random questioning, again, quiet students remain unheard. So we know that we have some shy students, quiet students, and with the same method that we're using, they still remain unheard, and they still remain. I probably better if I keep hidden in the classroom. Don't call out my name. Don't call out my name. I'm one of those students in the past, and sometimes we do use exit tickets, but then feedbacks or we receive the understanding, or it's invisible to us after the lesson actually done. Whereas we need this exit tickets or check with them in the middle of the lesson without interrupting the flow of the lesson, of course. And we also like to observe the class, yes. But then observing the class, 35 students, 30 students, 25 students, misconceptions are easy to miss because we don't really know whether they fully understand about the topic that we share or not. We would like to share a case study actually happened in Dubai with one of the schools that are using ClassPoint teachers. The school name is Safa British School. So it's a case study. The complete page, you are able to check it on our blog on ClassPoint website. Later, I will put it on the Notion page as well, so that you can read the full article, and also sharing of the study case that they have over there, the experience they have. But this is what we have put it together. So the outcome, based on the couple of activities they use after a while using ClassPoint, they feel that there are more participations with the teachers. So every student could respond simultaneously instead of waiting to be chosen. Even quieter learners found an accessible way in. And the result, 97% of students felt more engaged. And also not only more participation, but more collaboration in the classroom. So students collaborated and discussed their responses together. There are some features or some ways and some challenges that you can overcome with as well. Later, we're going to go deep dive into that. And the result, this 95% found the collaboration actually motivating them. So they felt involved, motivating them, and they will be more engaged throughout the sessions. And last but not least, more visible understanding. This is what is really crucial. So us teachers, the teachers could see whole class understanding in real time, making learning visible throughout the lesson. So 91% of teachers use it regularly for assessment for learning. Now, again, what we're going to discuss today, actually, some of the challenges, some needs, and how we can actually support with that to be able to have feasible learning with real-time strategies. We'd like to be able to facilitate equal participation. And just like the Safa British School study case, the classroom collaboration, what are the things that we can use? And of course, we want to know the students' understanding visibility in real time. And also, it's great to know if we can capture the misconceptions early in a safe environment. So quieter students can also have their access way in. Okay, so first thing, and thank you for joining my class. I noticed that 27 of us, but 17 participants joining the class. So again, I would like to invite everyone, if you are able to join the class, because we will have some practices together, so you are able to experience as a student, and then how teachers actually can see visibility in their classroom. Okay, so thank you. I will move on with my first question for today. One word only. What do students do when they don't understand something? You can share your answer in here, teachers. I will also share my answer in here. What was the question again? One word, what do students do when they don't understand something? Let me send my answer here. Okay. All right. One word only. There are some answers coming in. Keep quiet, zone out, quiet, keeping quiet, silent. Yes. Any other thoughts? Blur. Okay, raise their hands. That's a good sign. Keep quiet. Silence. Okay. Zone out because they don't even know what is the topic about. Yes. Disengaged. Okay. Yeah. I will wait up until 1 minute and 30 seconds. So keep share your thoughts, teachers. Give up. Yes. Sleep. Yes. I saw some students doing that as well. See me. Okay, yes. Seeing the teacher. What do you mean, teacher? Tell me more. Okay. Distracted. Yes. These are very good answers. And I feel very related to this. I hope the all of us are also feel related to the answers. Quiet, silent, ask their friend. Do you know what she's talking about? Yes. Or maybe talking with their friends because they're zoning out. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Let me just make sure. Okay, let me close the submission. Thank you, everyone. I will award stars to everyone. So let me just insert this as a slide. So what do? They ask their friend. They give up, confused, disengaged, raise their hands, silent, quiet, keep it quiet, keep quiet. So all about quiet. So they don't let us know whether they understand or not, right? And we have to guess. That's hard. Guessing is really hard. Assuming is really hard as well. And more often as well, they're distracted, zoning out, even sleep. Okay, blur and or seeing their teacher. What do you mean, teacher? Okay. So teachers, what we just did in here, actually, we just facilitated equal participation to everyone. So the challenge was you ask a check question, right? So imagine you're asking, oops, sorry, what did I just do? So you're asking this to your students. Some of them will raise their hand, some of them will not, and then you will need to force raise their hand. So you can randomly select your students and ask them to answer the question, right? So what we just did actually, we asked a check question. The same 3 hands goes up. What about the other 30? So we did with what we did with word cloud, we answered this need. So every student's got reaction at the same time, same moment, not just confident few, and you can display it. Everyone can see the other's answer. And imagine if you are introducing a new concept before you actually go deep into that topic, everyone will be able to see from this bit of answers what the topic is about, and that's going to prepare them to go deep into the topic. And what we just did in here, facilitate the equal participation from everyone. Not only everyone, they don't feel hesitate to involve and share what they think, but also you are able to see each other's answers and make ourselves related to the answers itself. So yes, I feel one of my students also feel confused, disengaged, even one of them sleep as well. So this is one concept and one way how you are able to facilitate equal participation. We have a few features as well available that you can juggle with based on the challenge, same challenge, but different ambience and different strategies you want to bring out with your students. So again, at the end of the day, they feel involved, and the participation is the opportunity for them to participate is equal to everyone. I will just take a tiny pause in here. Just want to see your thoughts, and I will just give the floor back to Josephine just to see if there's any question or any feedback or any suggestions or any experience you have with engaging the students with equal participation in the classroom.
Great, thanks, Tia. So far, there's no questions. My experience, okay, honestly, as a student back then, I was the one who sleep. I was also the one who zone out. I'll just look out of the window, waiting for the teacher to talk about something, maybe that I'll understand. If there's something I understand, I'll come back. Then, or yeah, I'll get distracted, I'll just look for my pencil case, don't know what thing, that kind of thing. So I think even back then I was like this. I think like students nowadays are also like this. When they will easily get distracted, easily get disengaged, mainly because they don't understand. But when they don't understand, they are really afraid to, make it known right in front of the whole class. Yeah, so I think that's what we are going to also hope that teachers do share their experiences with us so far. I'm sure, like, based on all your responses earlier on, these are the things, the common things that you guys have been facing in your classes with your students. Perhaps you can share with us as well, teachers. What are the things that you try to do to actually bring the students' attention back to you? Anybody, teachers? You can either unmute yourself or you can also just drop it in the chat.
And nowadays, Josephine, students have more toys than we did back then.
Yeah.
So more distractions.
Yeah, there's always this and that will bring to school. They'll
Yep.
want to share with their friends, like, hey, this is what my mom got for me yesterday. It's very fun. Then they'll start playing between themselves.
And yeah, feel free, teachers, to share with us the experience you have, the challenges you have, and something that we can probably find what can support the challenges. While waiting, Josephine, I think we can go back to our session and share the next challenge that teachers might feel it in the classroom while facing their students throughout the lessons. Let me reshare my screen, Josephine. All right. So the next challenge is the classroom collaboration. We like to group our students, right? Give them a mini project for them to discuss. So it's very efficient for them to work together, but we don't know who actually did the project. We don't know who actually complete the whole task that we've given them. So the group discuss, one student writes the report. You never see how the group's thinking actually evolve, right? So sometimes what we need is to see each group's reasoning live on a shared visual, not just a summary afterward. So we know everyone's is working on their part. So for this, actually, we would like to share one of the feature that ClassPoint can support. You also can try mix and match with other features as well. But this, and we would love to invite you to participate as well. So what we're going to share is our slide drawing. So this is a task to everyone, right? And this is just an example that you can use in your class as well. So let's say you have grouped your students into four different groups. So they can work with their group and annotate the map using the emoji. So this is very simple, right? You can evolve it, you can improve it and also adjust it with your own lesson subjects. But this is a map analysis, what we would like to do for everyone. So this is weather around the world. You can pick your group. So whether you're in group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4, right? I'm going to use slide drawing in here. What you actually need to do, if you are deciding that you're on group 1, you can use an emoji, shade places that are usually hot with this fire emoticon, right? So you will have the map on your students app, and then you can click the text, and then on the text, then you can choose emoji instead of shaping or drawing with your annotation. So you choose emoji. So you can place them. If you're on group 2, you can place where this ice cube need to be. And then if you are on group 3, then rain. So I will put rains all over Philippines now and Indonesia maybe. And if you're on group 4, you can mark places where it snows. So this, I will just wait for everyone to finish their annotations. You can also let us know if you find it difficult or you have any questions on how to put the emojis. But again, what you can do instead of annotations, you can choose text and then change it to emoji. So I will choose this and then drag it. Right. We'll drag this. All right. Okay. Submit. Okay, I'm submitting my answer. This is, here you go. So we have a few submissions already. Sin Chan, Africa and Asia on fire. Okay. All right. Let me check the others as well. Oh, Thea, yes, Africa is on fire. Rain, Osbert, over in Asia. I guess Philippines is on rainy season now. KK, okay, we have okay, we have umbrella with a little rain here over Singapore. Okay, and the fire, okay, fire. Okay. Great. I will wait for a few more minutes. It is quite challenging to drag and decide on the emoticon, right? But it's a fun activity. So this way, you're also able to see your students' thinking process, right? Why they choose that kind of answer, why they place it there, and then not only we are working this individually, but then collectively we are able to see the weather around the world, because not only we're able to see those hot places, those rainy places, we also can see those are in snow season maybe, or some that are cold and so on. Oh, this one is Africa group. Oh, okay. This is also clever. So you're using green because you're on group 1 and that's supposed to be hot, and you circle Africa. All right, thank you. Right. Yes, excellent. Great. Okay. Yes,
All
I
right,
will wait.
Tia,
Yep.
there's actually
Yes.
a question. So,
Mm.
can grouping the students in the class point be done before the activity?
That is a great question. Thank you for asking. Yes, there are ways for you to be able to group your students. In ClassPoint, if you are using the ClassPoint Premium, allows you to group your students in your saved classes. I will share that. Let me just see if I can switch my, yes, I can. Right. So to actually create grouping, with your saved classes with ClassPoint, what you need to do is you can go to your dashboard. You can go to website classpoint.io and then log in. You can also access this on your mobile phone. And then you can go to your classes. So in here, you can see that there are classes available under my account. So you either can create a new class and save them, or you can actually use the one that already have the participants in your saved classes. For example, so I have this ClassPoint demo here. I have 13 participants, right? And only 3 of them actually grouped. Now, if I want to group the others, I can just go to groups and then I can add group, right? I can name the group. Let's say I want to name it Scarlett, right? And I want Jill, Josefina, and Lisa Maria on this group, and the group color is yellow. There you go. So this is the group. So this way, this group is kind of permanent. So your students who are on this group, they are able to collect stars and contribute it to the group. So the stars that they have collected will be, as you can see, accumulated in here. But even though it's permanent, you always can edit the group if you want to, swap, let's say Lisa Maria with Luna Lovegood, then you can swap your members around. So this is one way to actually group your students. permanently. But if you want to use something that is instant, you also can use name picker to do that, which I will close the submission for now. Thank you, everyone. We will just award stars to everyone. Thank you. And what I mean by name picker is you can click name picker in here, and then you can use auto pick. So let's say, okay, for group 1, I'm going to select 6 people and then pick 6 names. So this is really fast and it's not permanent, and you can always change this every time you have a mini project. But this way, you cannot choose who goes with who. So sometimes when we're grouping our students, we want to group shy student with dominant student, right? So then they can combine each other's skills. But this way you're unable to choose because it's randomly selected. I hope that answered the question, Josephine.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. And there's actually another question as well. Is ClassPoint really only available in Windows?
Okay. Thank you for the question. That's a great question. Currently, yes, it is running smoothly on Windows only. And if you are using a different device like MacBook, you can use an additional virtual machine to allow Windows to run on your device. Then you can run ClassPoint. But hey, who knows? We might be able to run on other platforms too. So stay tuned.
Great, thanks, Tia. And the same teacher earlier on who was asking about the grouping, asked that if I want to assign the different activities to different groups at the same time, is it possible?
Okay, so it is not possible to assign different, let's say, slide or different activities, because when you are presenting your slide like this, there is only one activity that you are able to do. However, you can actually design your slide so that it can cater the differentiated instructions based on your students' level. Let's say, so this is for group 1, you can place using emoticon, which places are usually hot, cold, rains, or snows. And group 2, you can show and draw a line where the equator is, or where is the, in Indonesia we call it Khatulistiwa, the lines that divide the map. So on a higher level question, you can actually group it by design the slide so that it can cater different kind of activities or answers that your student can do within just one slide and one feature activity. I hope that answer. But yeah,
Thanks,
this
Tia.
kind of question is good, and sometimes we share it on the group as well, yeah, Josephine?
Yeah.
And teachers will share their experience and then suggestions how you can also run it. So yeah.
Yeah, and then also just to add on what Tia has mentioned, so like the example she was sharing was actually on slide drawing. So it depends on how you want, or like what are the mode of responses you're actually looking to get from the students. Another example we could also share is making use of short answer activity, where you can put in like, group 1 work on this question, group 2 work on another question, group 3, group 4 respectively. So there will be 4 questions on the same slide, but different groups of students will be working on different questions at the same time. All right. And then when they're all ready, or like, let's say you give them 5 minutes to brainstorm and work together. Once 5 minutes is up, all right, you can start the activity. So everybody will receive the activity, but the students, they will then submit their answers respectively based on whichever groups they are in. All right. And to make it easier for you to filter out their answers later on, ask them to put in which group they are from, like group 1, group 2, group 3, or group 4. So when you receive the responses from them, there's actually this search bar. Thank you, Tia. So you can actually search by their group labelings. All right, then you will be able to very quickly filter out what are the answers respectively being submitted by the respective groups. All right, so I hope that that add-on is useful. You can also try to explore it as well. All right, thanks, teacher, for
Actually,
your
Josephine,
question.
yes, based on your example just now, we actually have one slide that can visualize these different activities. Let me just put that up really quick. Okay, sorry for the wait. Right, let me pull that up, just making sure. Okay.
And the good thing about ClassPoint is that you can, very quickly customize it, edit it on the spot, like what Tia is doing right now. And then you can like very quickly just do some add-ons and stuff, and then just, keep it going in your classes. You don't have to worry, like, oh, is it gonna be edited, or is it gonna be saved? Yeah. So you can actually do it immediately on the spot if you have anything to edit or add on. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, this is just an example of one of the webinars that we ran. So this is the differentiation. We can ask which group you are on. If you're group A, then you can find and correct the grammar mistake. Start your answer with group A. And then group B, you can explain why the correction is needed. And this is an example of the collected answers that we have. So if we want to just look at group A, then we can search it like this, just like Josephine said. So then we can see the responses. And if we want to change it with group B, then it's going to be like that. So yeah, that's a great example. Thank you, Josephine.
Great. Thanks, Tia.
Okay. Any other questions, teachers, before we move on to the next example?
Right. I think no questions at the moment. Thank you, teachers. If you guys have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the Zoom chat, and we will definitely be answering those questions for you as well. All right.
Okay. So I will move on to the next activity, actually, Josephine. So this is related to the one that we just did together, right? So it's a multiple choice question. Teachers, can you please send your answer? Which continent is most likely to experience hot weather throughout the year? Is it A, Europe, B, Africa, C, Antarctica, or D, Greenland? So together, just now, just give you a clue. Let me just go back to the previous slides. We saw some places already been marked with fire, with ice cube, with rainy, with snow, right? So based on that answer, which continent actually most likely to experience hot weather throughout the year or more than the others? We have 4 selections in here, and I will just wait up until a minute for you to send your answer, and then I will close the submission.
While you guys are answering the questions, also just to share, like many times when we run MCQ questions in our classes, the students who do not know the answer usually just wait out, and wait to see what their friends submit that is displayed on the projector screen. So this is actually one way you can actually avoid it, to kind of push the students to answer it themselves by hiding the activity response chart or the display, by just minimizing it, like what Tia has done, so that the answers, the selections made by the other students who have submitted will not be shown immediately. Then the other students are then, forced to just try their best to submit based on their own understanding. Of course, there's no way we can avoid them by asking the friends beside. But what if the friend beside also waiting for the answer? Right? So they will then need to try to work out an answer out, so it actually also helps them to do some processing themselves, other than just simply looking at the answers submitted based on their other classmates. Yeah, just wanted to share that.
Yeah, that's actually great additional info, Joe. And there are a couple of ways you are able to hide while waiting for the response. This way, you're able to see the times that it's taking, how many people already responded. But you also can do this as well if you want to also hide the question, let's say. So you can click this one, So hide responses, you can see that it's ongoing without having to display the answers. But if you just want to minimize it and look it from afar, then you can minimize the answer activity, and this is what you will get. Great, thank you. I'll close the responses, and everyone's everyone's answering correctly. So what I put there as well, you can see that it's displaying the correct answer right away after I close the submission automatically. So not only students will be able to see what is the correct answer, but they will be appreciated and awarded a star based on the correct answers. And they can see it on their device that either congratulations or your answer is correct or incorrect. So they will be notified right away. What we just did in here, teachers, it's not merely just an MCQ, because it's in the middle of our lesson, right, about weather around the world. We just did a student understanding visibility real time. So when we explain a concept, we then move on, assuming it's landed. We don't know whether that student is actually understanding the context, but then having this quick check, we already know we don't have to wait until the test or until the end of the lesson whether they understand or not, whether they know that Africa is the most hot continent, and it just answered our need, which is an instant whole class read on one concept right when you're about to move forward. And knowing that all of my students in the class know the answer, I am confident to move on without have to pause and reteach and re-explain and trying to assume everyone's understanding. So this is what make it visible, not only for the teacher, but also the student will see that, hey, I understand that context. Okay, let's move on now. I'm confident as well. So again, this is one of the challenges we find it every day, and the needs that we want it to be solved. And one of the ways, and we have a few features available that you can try on as well. What we just shared in here is just one example, which is MCQ with a quiz mode activated. So you can also share your experience or any questions you have, or any challenges you think that other features or other experience can solve it as well. I'll again take a mini pause in here just to see if we have any questions, Josephine, or if you have some additional positive information that you want to share as well with teachers.
Great. Tia, there's actually one question
Yep.
by a teacher. Students are not able to comment on the responses of their classmates in ClassPoint. So is there actually a way to do this?
Okay, yes, that's a great question. Thank you, Yvonne. Students are not able to comment on the responses. No, they are not able to, but we actually, if you are on ClassPoint Premium, you have a Q&A feature available. This Q&A, you can decide whether to open it all the way, or you can enable or disable it based on your discretion. But if you enable it, and then you can just take a pause, and then maybe you can go back here, right? And then you want to hide your participants' names, let's say, so then it won't highlight their names in here. And if a student would like to make a comment on the responses, they actually can share some of the opinion they have through the Q&A. So let's say I will just send one in here. There is no snow. Okay. And because we do have some students that are very dominant, right? So this is just an example. So you can see that there's a red little dot on your Q&A. It means that you have an incoming. So if you open that up, you can see students comment. based on the, let's say, the lesson that you are on at the moment. And you can decide whether you want to answer that live, or if you want to address it right away or at the end of the lesson. This all will be recorded in your ClassPoint report. And if you answered it and then you can mark it as answered, then it will move as a table in here, or if you want to keep it first and you can go back to it. But once you answer that, the red little dot will be gone, which means that there's no new incoming. So this is one of the ways you are able to invite your students to give comments on the responses. But if it's per feature, directly response or make a comment on other students' responses, we don't have that feature in ClassPoint. I hope that answers.
Great, thanks, Tia. And also just to add on, there's actually another workaround. It requires you to insert the students' work. So for example, Tia, can you just
Yes.
pull up anything? Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
go
So, and then what you can do is, for example, you want the whole class to comment on these particular responses. All right. What you can do is you can insert these students' work as a slide. So once this is here already, and you want to get all these students to just give feedback, comments onto this particular work, you know, like which area to improve or which area has the student missed out or not. All right, what you can do is you can exit out from your slideshow mode. All right, and then depending on the mode of the responses you want your students, let's say if you want them to type it out, then what you can do is just put in a short answer activity button into your students' work that you have just inserted. And then now going back, you can simply just click on the short answer button, can start the activity, and students will be able to start to give critics of the students' work already immediately. So it's a workaround, but it requires you to go and insert the students' work and then, you know, just go in and out. But it's a very quick one. So like what, yeah, you can see that the activity already started, you know, and then let me just submit something. For example, I'll just submit something, all right, and then like, so for example, the students will say, okay, everything is good, I haven't found anything is wrong, or, you know, then you know that these students perhaps, you know, probably need some help as well. And then, you know, some other students might say that, okay, there's like missing areas that are missing the emojis and stuff like that. Yeah. So from there, you will also be able to get a deeper analytics on how the other students are also looking and thinking as well. Yeah, all right. So I hope this helps as well. Other teachers, you can also try this as well. All right, Yvonne, great idea. All right, great. Thank you.
Great. It's a good, very good peer learning in the classroom. Thank you, Josephine. That's great.
All right. Another question. For a big group of 30, it takes a long time to get all the responses. What can be done about it? I understand sometimes it's really hard, you know, even though we try to push the students to answer. But one thing we definitely know that is because they do not have sufficient understanding, and that's why they don't know how to you know, answer or give comments. But many a times what teachers do is once they start the activity, they just let it run until they receive all the responses or sufficient responses from the students for them to just go on. But another thing what you can do is for all the activities, you can actually set up a countdown timer. So with the countdown timer, it's actually kind of putting a little bit pressure on the students, all right, so that once the time is up, automatically the system will end the submission. So for example, like you want them to you know, just give a critic like in 30 seconds is too short lah. Okay, like maybe like 1 or 2 minutes, that kind of thing.
Just an example.
Yeah, just an example. So like once the time is up, you know, it will automatically just close off regardless if they have completed or not. So they will try their best to, you know, hurry, send something, you know, like you see, Joanne, thank you, you know, very quickly just send in something so that the teacher know that, yes, I'm listening, I'm trying as well. Yeah, but if let's say you find that, okay, the time is really too short for this deep thinking, before the time is up, you can actually click on this plus 15-second button. You can click multiple times just to add on the timing to ensure that, you know, sufficient responses are received and submitted by the students before you close off this the submission. And you don't really have to wait until the time is up, because you can still manually click on the close submission button to just close off the activity. So I hope this helps. You can give it a try, but yeah, I'm not a teacher, I'm sorry. Is there any other teachers who have faced a similar situation, where students are really taking very long time to submit, and I understand class times are always very limited, very short, like a half an hour, 45 minutes. We have to quickly wrap up the class. So other teachers, if you guys do have any other tricks to this, you guys can share in the chat as well, so all other fellow teachers can also try your method and learn from you as well. All right,
And
thank
just to
you.
add on that, teachers, and this is a great example, Josephine,
Mm,
we have a gamification system that you also can utilize. So you can say to your students,
mm,
whoever submit their answers before the time ends will receive 1 star. Or if you don't submit your answer, I'm gonna deduct your star. So
yeah.
you can actually do this gamification system in the activity.
Mm,
And not only that, oh, it's already closed already.
yeah.
While waiting, let me just restart it just to show you. You can also call out your students who are still on pending. So this way,
Mm.
it gives them the rush and the urgency for them to submit their answers right away. So, Sin-chan, you better submit your answer. But yeah, thank you. That's a great question and
Yep,
great example.
yep. So I think we can incorporate a few different ways, different tools, just to push the students. All right. And for better classes who work faster, can the countdown be reduced during the activity instead of plus 15 seconds? Or once click on close submission, is it still possible to reopen? All right. If let's say the classes where work faster, you can simply just click on the close submission and just end off the submission. If let's say like the time allocated is too much. All right. But if you click on the close submission already, you can reopen to view the responses, but you won't be able to run the exact same one, because once you click on the sorry,
Reactive,
yeah. Can you just click? I'll just send something.
yeah.
All right, and then you can just close submission. So once you close submission, right, this is what you see. But if you click on this restart activity button, it is going to discard all the responses you have just received from your students. So I don't really recommend that. But if you want them to like give a second chance, what you can do is you can just exit slideshow, duplicate the slide, add another button. Then so you can have like a first answer and a second answer, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Yvonne. All right, Ken?
Right. And yeah, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
adjustable. So you can choose whether you're going to use minutes or seconds. But if you
Mm,
want to close it before the time ends, yes, you can directly close the submission.
yeah. All right. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Yvonne. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Okay, great. So yeah, I think we can move on to the next bit. And again, what we just saw in here, it's one of the ways or one of the features that you are able to use. We have a couple of different things that you can find as well. And at the end of the session, teachers, we're going to invite you to share your thoughts, what challenges you have, what do you wish ClassPoint webinar or workshop can actually cover it and help you maximize the usage of your ClassPoint features. Let us know. We have a quick survey form that you can fill out, and based on that form, actually, we sometimes cover the topics based on the suggestions. So yeah, we hope that we can get more insights from you as well. The next bit, actually, Josephine and teachers, misconceptions. This is quite tricky because again, what we can do is guessing game, guessing whether our students understand, whether they know the concepts correctly, or they might have some misconceptions based on the topics that we're teaching them. So the challenge is how to capture it early in a safe environment, because not only we assume our students understand or not, but our quiet students will remain quiet. They will never raise a hand. And even if they did answer, naming them in front of the class could shut them down further. And their misconceptions go undetected until it's too late. So what we are searching for the solution is their honest reasoning without exposing who wrote it, and a way to spot patterns across 30 plus answers without reading each one. So we have two big challenges in here. Number one is to make our quiet student to be able to share their honest opinion. And number two, without being highlighted, right, in a safe environment. Number two is to be able to detect these misconceptions without having to reading each one of our students' responses. Just like what Josephine said, we have some limited time, 45 minutes, 60 minutes in a class, and we don't have that many time to actually locate the misconceptions. One of the feature that we'd like to do today is short answer. So still in the same weather around the world. So what I'm using in here is short answer. And furthermore, I hide the participant names when viewing responses. So then I will announce this to my students. Everyone, please share your thoughts. Why do you think places near the equator generally warmer? Your names will be hidden, and then we can see what are the answers based on this. So again, I would like to ask for your help, please, teachers, because we have another challenge to solve, right? Which is to detect the misconceptions without having to go through, read all the answers one by one. So I'm going to take a moment in here, give you a few minutes to ponder upon why are places near the equator generally warmer. So I will try to also send my answer in here.
All right, while you guys are answering the question, there is a question submitted in the Zoom chat. So if students submitted the responses wrongly, is it possible for them to resubmit on their own? Currently, teacher needs to delete the responses before they can submit.
Yes, great. Let's say if we were talking about short answer,
I think even for like short answer or like slide drawing, there's no way for the students to edit their submitted answers. The current workaround available is only for the teachers to delete their responses so that they will then receive back their responses and then they can resubmit. Yeah, so that's currently the availability of the feature.
I can share you how, actually. So we can see that this is a very honest answer. Good. And not being spotted, right? I don't know. I can actually delete one of the answers in here. So what you can do, teachers, you can hover over the three dots, click on them, and then delete. So once you delete this, the student, this is me actually. So I will get my answer back and I get to edit them. So if you can see, it's not showing. I'm showing my phone, but it's not showing. I get to edit them, and then I get to maybe add something here, right? And then I will resubmit. Here you go. So you can see that that student actually already edited, and this is a cute emoticon that it was edited. All right.
Great, thanks, Tia. And there's also another question. During the activity, if we press escape to exit the slides, will the activity be disrupted?
Yes, that is correct. So please make sure not to do that, because you will lose all the responses that were sent in and submitted by your students. It will disrupt it, and then it will close the submission without saving the responses, because you're not closing the submission properly. So instead of doing that, I know sometimes we want to go through to our other slides, right? So you can stop sharing, and then maybe if you want to check other slides, you can go like this. You can see that the activity is still on, and then you can just click back on the index, and then you can get your slide back. So that's our workaround.
Thank you. And how to reduce timing of the countdown in the midst of activity without disrupting the activity.
Oh, okay. Reduce the time. So if you are not setting any time, you can actually close it at any time. Again, if you also set it up, you can close the submission right away. So maybe you want to announce it, hey, 10 more seconds and I'm going to close it. Hurry, hurry. So then you can give that notification and then you can close it manually.
Yeah, but if you have actually set up a countdown, there's no way for you to reduce the timing
Yep.
in the midst of the activity, because once the activity is started, you are in slideshow mode, whereas the setting up of the countdown is actually out of slideshow mode. So you cannot edit the timing in the midst of the activity. You can only set it up before, and then once you run it, if you want to end it earlier on, you will just manually click on the close submission instead. Yeah. All right, Ken. Thanks, Yvonne.
Thanks. I will wait another 30 seconds maybe. This is a way to warn students if we don't set up our timer. So then they will be able to see it clearly how many times left for them to be able to set it. So I will encourage anyone to participate to the answer. So then we are able to check the misconceptions. Okay, excellent. Right, 2. All right. I'm going to close the submission. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to award stars to everyone. Now, we have the second challenge that we want to solve, right? Which is to spot any misconceptions. So with short answer, what we did, the activity was short answer. I hide the participant's name. And once you actually close the submission, you can spot something different than the other activities, which is we have AI insights, right? So based on why our place is near the equator, near generally warmer, I would like to ask AI some answers. So these AI insights, once I click on them, it will be able to give me some summary of the answers that are collected here. So I will just click that really fast. And not only giving you out the quick summary to the responses that I collected based on this activity, I actually can interact to it further to ask or to get more insights based on the collected responses. What I want to know, can you spot any misconceptions based on the question that I shared about why equator area are warmer against the against the collected responses, right? So I want to spot misconceptions. Well, imagine receiving 30 plus answers from your students. So I ask this question to AI, and there is actually the follow-up insights from the AI. So there is a misconceptions in TS responses because they don't get share of rains. The warmth at the equator is primarily due to receiving direct sunlight. So again, we also can ask it, can you share the misconception without sharing the name? You also can instruct it that way. So then this is the misconception. Area is warmer because it doesn't get much rain. And then you can share this with the students, and you can check your answer, students, whether your answer is correct or you have these misconceptions based on why the equator is warmer. And you can also ask, is there any answer that is flagging that I should follow up without naming? So you can do this after the class without sharing the name, right? One answer mentions warm being due to not getting a share of range, which is mine as well. So yeah, this is how you are able to interact it with the AI insights inside your short answer. This way, you can actually capture the misconceptions early, where and you can also choose to share it with your students, because it is a safe environment where everyone's name is keep being hidden. They don't get highlighted because their answer is wrong. But make sure that you ask the AI to not share any name, and then you can look at the answers together. So again, I ask about misconceptions, right? And you also can interact it further to give you more information or more insights. Even if you want to group them based on their answers, the AI insights will be able to do it for you as well. And yeah, this way, your quieter student don't get pressured. Then they want to involve, and at the same time, you are able to get whether the understanding of the misconception, whether you want to move on to the next topic or you want to stop and reteach what you need to reteach. And I want to close it with something else. In the beginning, we shared about there are two invisible learnings in the classroom, which is invisible to teacher and invisible to students, right? But before we do that, I will just take a mini pause in here and just give the floor back to Josephine to ask if there's any questions or any feedback, suggestion from you teachers in regards to our misconception section.
Great, thanks, Tia. Nothing specifically on this misconception, but there's a question on what is the fastest way to reduce the number of stars if wrongly awarded?
Okay, great question. So yeah, there are a few ways, right? But a faster will be not through the add-in in your PowerPoint, because in here, what you can do is actually just reduce it one by one, just like this, right? But if you want to edit the mass edit, you can go to your dashboard in ClassPoint, which is this one. I will just select this class. So Alex got 74, but then Alex being really naughty. So what you can do is actually hover over the star, or accidentally you give Alex 10 plus where he's supposed to just receive 3. So you can click edit participants, and then you can just directly, edit participants, and then directly edit it from here. So instead of 71, I want him to have 65. So this way, you don't have to reduce it one by one manually, and you can edit it really fast. I hope that answered.
Great, thanks, Tia. And another question is, I've answered, but I just wanted to also put it out there. Is this AI function applicable to responses in Chinese language as well?
Yes. So if you, let me just go back to the AI insights. I'm unable to speak in Chinese, but what I will do is I will interact in Indonesian. So bisa berikan rangkuman peserta dalam bahasa Indonesia. So I wanted to give me a summary in bahasa Indonesia. So this is how it reacted. So based on your interactions, it will be able to follow through the language that you're using.
Or Tia, can you try to type in saying that, can you provide me a summary in Chinese, for example?
Can you provide me summary in Chinese?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then here the AI will give you the summary in Chinese. So it will be able to read the responses in Chinese. It will also be able to answer you in Chinese as well. So just let the AI know what languages you're actually looking for it to. Yeah, you see, even Hanyu Pinyin can understand also. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay, I think there's another question, is it, Josephine? Because
Oh,
I know
yes.
you're reading
What
something.
is the fastest way to reduce at the response submission page? All right, you cannot reduce the number of stars in the response submission page.
Yeah.
So if let's say you do not want to exit out and do it after your class, you want to do it immediately in the class, then the only way for you to do it is to click on the class code so that you have your students' name list in here, and then you can you can hover over, then click on the down button to reduce the star. But one click equals to one star, so it's either you award or you remove, but it has to be done in clicks. Yeah, so that's the fastest way to do it in class immediately if let's say you have noticed that there are some stars being wrongly awarded to the students. Yeah, because sometimes like by the time we go back to office, we might forget or that kind of thing. So you can quickly do it on a spot just by that. Yep. Okay, thanks. Okay, great. Yep, we have answered her question. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. I will move on to the last part, which the one that I shared previously. Now we are able to visibly see the results, the misconceptions, whether our students are understanding the topic or not. Now, how about the students, right? They are able to see, yes, and how to actually get them to self-reflect on the answers that they have shared throughout our session. We have a few features or solutions actually to support that. What we want to share is just a few of them. So let's say based on the whole sessions about this weather around the world, we can actually put out this self-reflection, so then the students, they can think back and reflect whether they understand the context or not. We can either use multiple choice, or if you want to use a very quick one, we can use quick poll. So this is just an example of the question. Now that you've seen everyone's responses, which best describes your understanding. So if you decided to use a quick poll, then you can just quickly click quick poll. There are some options available. You want to do feedback 5 level, it's disagree, agree, totally disagree, totally agree. Or since you already have the options for here, you can select a number of options and then you can just reduce it here. So you can share your answers. Thank you. So whether it's I understand it well, I understand most of it, I still have one question, which is good, I'm still confused. Now, you can always go back to that C and, oh, okay. And you can hover over to see, Sinchan, you have one more question. Can you share with me your question? So this is a good way, not only an exit ticket, but also to have a reflect back whether they understand the topic that you shared. So not only, thank you, everyone. I will close the submission and insert it as a slide. You can always review it back. So some of you already, understand it very well. Some of you understand most of it. Now you can go back to those selected students, which part that you would like or you wish to understand more. The other way to do this self-reflection is with a different feature, which is short answer. This way you are able to grasp a lot more opinion, a lot more insights from your students, a lot more feedback, how they think they can improve. And using the quick poll, we know that some of them still have a question or they understand most of it, but we want to know which one, right? Or which question. And if there's someone that's still confused, which part that they are confused, then you can follow it up with a different activity, which is short answer. Or if you want to just do one exit ticket, one reflection on today's lesson with them, you can just wrap it up in this kind of type of question. If you could improve your answer, what would you change? Then they will be able to think back, oh, what did I put on that emoticon? What did I share on that equator question? And then what I will change is something. So that actually reiterate back to them the answer that they just submitted, and that self giving out an understanding based on the topic that you teach. And again, you can always interact. If you're using short answer, you can interact with the AI insights to compare the answers that they just shared previously with this one. and then you're able to analyze through it. So those teachers, I know that there are still a lot of challenges that we handle every single day. These are just small thing that we can share, we spot, and we got share from our teachers who experienced this in the classroom. And that's what makes today's workshop about visible learning with ClassPoint. What we discovered, some moment in the lesson. We know that we can activate students starting thinking before you teach the concept using the word cloud. And then we can build shared understanding through peer reasoning and discussion with slide drawing. Some of additional tips from Josephine as well in the session. It's also good to have and one of you also asked how can they comment on the answers? Well, that's peer reasoning that we can use with short answer as well. And confirm the whole class understood the concept before moving on with MCQ, really quick. Low stakes as well, just to see whether they understand or we need to pause and reteach. And then you can also service honest reasoning without singling anyone out. So those quiet students, they are willingly to share their honest opinion and reasoning. What you can use is short answer and hide names for that. And hiding the participant names not only available in short answer, but also available in other features like slide drawing, AI image upload, and others as well. You can try that. And what we did, we spot class-wide misconceptions at a glance before we assume that we need to reteach with the AI insights. And last but not least, we help students calibrate what strong answers look like together. So after showing with them the responses on the misconceptions, and then we give them the room for them to reflect how they can improve and whether they understand the context or not. Again, this is still a small part from your huge playground in the classroom, teacher. So we hope that this tiny bit can help you a bit in designing your next classroom session. We actually would like to end this with one very quick activity. What I will use in here is 1 to 5, right? So you can choose 1 to 5. So on a scale 1 to 5, how confident or how willing do you feel trying one of these in your next lesson? You can share with us. A is 5. A is 5, and then E is 1. Right. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope that brings you a breeze, welcoming you back to the school session. And I hope that this semester will bring you ease and joy and happiness in teaching and facing your students. Exam is upcoming as well. So I hope that we can be a part of your fun teaching journey and interactive in the classroom. Thank you. I'll give the floor back to Josephine.
Great, thanks, Tia. Before we end off the session, I do have something to add on as well. Tia, I'll need to request for you to reshare your screen.
Oh, sure.
Earlier on, when we mentioned on the short answer plus hide names feature, all right, just something to sorry, you need to close.
Sorry, I did.
Yeah. All right. So just for our teachers' information as well, because I understand as a teacher, even though we hide names in the class, all right, that's actually to create a safe space for our students to do the submission. All right. But even after that, you will want to find out who are the students who have submitted which answers respectively. All right. So I'm going to share with all of you how you can actually unhide the names and view who are actually the ones behind them. All right. So you can just go back to your slide with the short answer activity. All right, you can simply just uncheck the box of hide responses name, and then you click on view responses. All right, so this way their names will now be reviewed to you. They won't be reviewed in the class when you're not doing it in the class. So when you're back to office, this is one way you can do to revisit, just to check who are the ones who don't know, all right, and then who are the ones who actually do know the answers respectively, all right, then you can, prepare better for your next class using it as an insight, or you can just reach out to the students individually, let's say only particularly Sin Chan says that he don't know the answer, but the rest actually do know the answer, so you don't have to really address it in the class. All right, then perhaps you can just go to the students individually just to perhaps give some additional tips or explanation just to ensure that the students get the concept and do know how to answer the questions. Yep, so these just are additional tips for all of you teachers before we end off the session. And there's actually one question submitted. The AI insight can be used in short answer question. How about audio responses? All right, so for these AI insights, thank you, teacher, for your question. That's very good and important as well. Because for these AI insights, it is only available in short answer activity at this moment. For audio responses, it is not available. But with that, I do want to share with you as well. Apart from ClassPoint, we do provide another solution that is called EdCafe AI. So if you would like to do some marking or like get some feedback based on the students' audio responses, you can actually check it out on EdCafe AI, because that platform actually do allow you to access and also get feedback based on the students' audio responses. So I understand like the oral exams are coming up as well, the orals, and then like many students, they are still not confident, not fluent or whatnot, you can actually make use of the platform. You guys can go and check it out as well. So yes, in short, in ClassPoint, AI insights are only available in short answer. If you want to explore for more methods of students' input like audio responses, you can check it out on Cafe AI. All right, it is available in there. All right, so with that, we have ended today's agenda of making students' learning visible with the different strategies that the other teachers actually do share with us that they use using ClassPoint. So I hope it is useful and it is insightful as well for all of you teachers. All right, especially if you have not known of these, you can go and give it a try in your upcoming classes. All right, try them out, on like the DI or like on how the students can comment on each other's answer, all right, by putting their submissions into the slide and then just quickly add on a button and you can quickly run it already. All right, teachers, don't go first. I know. Thank you, thank you. All right, but please allow me to share my screen. And I'll just bring you guys back onto the Notion page first, all right, before all of us go. I have just sent in the link. All right, so allow me to share my screen. Where's my window? All right, here. So once you click back, or like, rather when you go back onto the Notion page, all right, we want to know how we did for today's session. All right, so when you open up, it's all the way here at the top. So just scroll down a little bit here, all right, on this column here that says share your feedback with us. All right, there's this Google form link. All right, please do click on it. Let me share the link here as well for those of you who did not open up the Notion page. All right, you will be able to access once you click directly on it. All right, it will bring you onto our feedback form. So just a very few quick and short one. All right, how would you rate today's webinar? 1 is very bad, 5 is good. All right, so you can give us a range, all right, of how we did for today's session, how insightful it is for you as well individually. All right, and in any cases, let's say we wasn't clear, or there's anything else we could improve to make our future webinars more useful for you, all right, please do let us know as well. Just type it in here, your feedback of our improvements. And next will be what you would like to hear from us from our next workshop. Like for example, more tips on how to engage students. For example, like earlier on, teacher was asking how to get the students to quickly answer, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we do came up with some solutions, but we have yet to try them ourselves. So I need teachers to explore. But this kind of thing, or like which topic you would like us to cover in the next workshops. All right, just let us know. Type in your answers in here. All right, then remember to click on this submit button will do. All right, and a very quick one. So I hope all teachers can help us do that. And just a last reminder, all right, for those of you who are not joined into our WhatsApp group for our ClassPoint teachers, this is a closed Singapore group chat. All right, feel free to scan on this QR code, or you can click on this link if you are using the desktop WhatsApp. All right, we'll bring you to the group. Can just join us. All right, we will get the tips and tricks on the group. You will get our webinar notification invitation there as well. I will send it there. All right, and then if you have any questions, feel free to send it in there as well. Quite a number of teachers do actually send in their questions or like feedbacks and stuff. So even if you don't have any questions, when the other teachers send in, you will be able to see, you'll be able to learn from there as well. All right, and lastly, our next webinar, it is going to be on EdCafe. Like I mentioned, we do have another product of EdCafe, in case any teachers do not know. So we're actually from the same company as well. So for our next session, it is going to be on how you can turn the students' data into insights with our analytics assistant. It is going to be on 24th July, 2 weeks later. All right, same time at 3 p.m. So if you are interested to find out more, feel free to just click on this link to register, all right? Or if you want to KIV first, just register first lah anyway, if you are not sure if you can attend or not, all right? Because as usual, we will have our session being recorded as well. So if you'd like to have a copy, just in case you can't make it last minute, at least after you register already, we will be sending out the email to you. So you have a placeholder, you have a place for you to go back to watch back on the recording as well. All right, so if you're interested to find out more, or if you just have some questions about EdCafe, you can still join us. You can ask us live, like what the teachers did today as well. Just ask us the questions, we'll be able to answer. Sometimes it's easier for us to answer, and then for us to, for you to also understand like why and how when we are speaking, because like sometimes in text we type, it gets very lengthy, then we're like, so long, the answer, like why like the answer so long, but actually it's just a very short, simple explanation, that kind of thing. All right, so just join us. And just another reminder again, because we have shared so much use cases, insights, strategies today. All right, if you need to look back, feel free to just click on this. This is the PowerPoint deck that Tia has used today. Right, can click on it, it will download automatically. You can then open it up and just go through the slides. All right, if you want to just rewatch the recording again, the recording is here also. Can just click on it, it will bring you to our YouTube site, and then you'll be able to rewatch the recording. All right, Ken, so before we end this session, just to check if any teachers do have any further questions. Don't be shy, all right, Ken, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can also type it in the chat if you are shy. All right, Yvonne, a very useful tip. Thank you. One last question. Are your previous webinar session recorded, and where I can access? Okay, yes. Thank you, Yvonne. Let me share my screen again. So yes, our previous webinar sessions are all recorded, and how you can find them, a bit hidden, but let me show it to you. So when you open up today's Notion link, right, the one I shared with you, all right, over here on the top left, if you are following my cursor, all right, over here, there is these all workshops. All right, what I can do is you can click on it, all right, and then you will be able to see all our past ClassPoint sessions, workshops are basically. All right, and then you'll be able to see the title, when it happened. You can click in individually. So let's say Chinese teacher, you want to see about like Chinese workshops. All right, what you can do is, for example, this one, can click on it. All right, and then it will load, and then this is the agenda, this is the deck, this is the recording. Then you'll be able to look back lah, and then from there you'll be able to learn and watch back as well. All right, so once you are done, then just click at the back, then you can revisit the other sessions as well. You know, let's say you want to see how you can do differentiation for your students in your class. You know, this is under the EdTech series where we have actually 3 sessions. Yep, then this is what I can do. You can click the PPT, the recording, that actually all on the Notion pages respectively as well. All right, so this is where and how you can get the recording of our previous workshops. All right, otherwise you can just reach out to us. Like what is mentioned in today's Notion page over here. All right, you can actually reach out to us. You can either contact me, you can email me, you can find my WhatsApp on this WhatsApp group, all right, or you can also email Tia, up to you, right? Can reach out to us and then we will just send it to you as well lah. All right, so at least like somehow you have a placeholder for you to see the recordings. All right, can you send the link in chat? Sorry, Li Ping, which link would you like me to send? I will wait for you to let me know. Thanks, Fang. Oh, okay, Ken. All right, Ken, no problem. Thanks, Li Ping. All right, so I hope that answers your question on where and how you can find our previous recordings. All right, Ken, any other questions, teachers? All right, if there are no more questions, that will be all for today. Thank you all teachers so much for joining our first session. It gives us the support and love. All right, thank you so much, and we hope to see you in our future sessions as well. All right, but if you have questions, you are very shy to ask here, feel free to reach out to us even after the session. All right, Ken, so I hope all of you have a great weekend ahead. All right, I will see you guys in our next session. All right, thank you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you all. Thank you. See you guys again. Bye bye.